Hey guys, Sade here with Core Power Fitness. I have today for you a bar sculpting workout, and it is probably the most burn you can get from home without any sort of jumping and no equipment needed. All you have to grab is a chair. For all that burn, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna get started here on your workout. These are my favorite exercises from teaching bar for about 3 years, doing bar for 6. They are some of the most effective ones you can get. We're gonna be working the legs first, and then we'll move on to your arms and abs. For the legs, you wanna grab a chair. Ideally, we wanna go straight through these movements. It's 5 movements for the legs on one side, all the way through if you can. I know you're gonna die a little bit, but stay with me. And then really try to stay for those last 2 movements because it's going to be working this area here, which is very tough to get. Okay? So we're going to start out with a very quick warm-up, not too long. And I'm going to face you side on so you can see it a little bit better. The heels are going to touch, the toes are going to go out. This is our turnout. Slightly tilt your pelvis forward. Take your hands to your hips and just going to lift up on the toes and then coming back down. It's a small lift. Small lower down, small rise, small fall down. Going a little bit faster as you go here. Staying with it. We're going to do about 8 more for 7, 6, for 5, 4, for 3, 2. Last one, the heels are going to stay down here, and you just want to do a mini plie. So the knees trail out over the toes, and you come right back to standing. And I'm still facing you side on so you can see there's none of this going on, right? The chest is up, the booty is down. Staying in those small little plies, waking up the hip flexors here. We're gonna do 4 more, and then we come into your final little stretch movement. 3 more, 2 more. Last one, stay low. Those heels are gonna lift up. Grab the chair if you need it here. Heels back down 7 more times like that. Raising the heels and lowering them back down for 6. And down for 5. 4, rolling onto those toes for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and loosen it up, let it go. It's time to get into the real stuff now. 5 minutes straight, ideally, per side. So you want to put one hand on the bar. You're going to step your outside leg out to the side, and then just go ahead and pivot towards your bar. You're going to come down so that you feel supported on your arms. Maybe that's far forward or not. Bending your front leg, extending your back leg up. Keep your hips facing down, belly tucked in. Toe is going to be pointed on this one here. And you just want to rise up on the toes and back down. It's a heel rise is your movement. Single leg heel rise. We've got 60 seconds. Are you ready? Raising that leg up, hips face squarely down. And go ahead and raise up that heel and lower it back down. Slow rise, slow fall. Try not to dive forward if you can help it. Keeping the hips down here. And what we're doing is starting with your calves, and we'll work our way up your legs here. Keep squeezing the glutes a little more. Pushing yourself to go up higher on the toes if you can. Really breathing through here. Now this is when the burn starts to set in, so you really have to breathe. Focus on exhaling to get through each rep here. So you're able to lift those heels and lower them back down. We're coming into those last few moments now, so just a few more heel rises, and ideally try not to come out of this shape because the next exercise is going to depend on it. 1 more heel lift. Lower down, hold. Hamstring curl is your next one. Join me, pull the heel in, and extend it back out. Pulling it in, slow extension back out. This is a isolated hamstring curl, balancing on one leg. Now because you don't have any weight here, and because you're not using any Pilates balls or anything, you really have to go slow and imagine squeezing tight. A lot of visualization here. Kind of visualization that gets you a bigger booty. Squeezing and extending out. Breathing as you go. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. I know that standing leg is starting to kill here. I know it. I feel it. But really try, if you're not cramping, to stay with me in this one. We're almost to your third move anyway. And those last two are different muscles. You'll be fresh for them. Okay, now if you can, one more, hold it in. Second move, when you're ready, is going to be pulsing straight up and down. It's an air lunge. You ready? Sink down on the knee. Leg stays back in that hamstring curl. And we're going to go ahead and pulse up and down as soon as you're ready, coming up and down, small pulse. Now here's some people, myself included, prefer to come up on the hands a little bit. So I'm going to go between these two because I like this feeling. This knee is going to creep forward, press it back. Only thing that's getting hurt this way by not pushing the leg back is your booty. You're losing some of the results, so keep that thigh back. Stay pulsing. I know it's this standing leg that's dying a little bit. Staying in that pulse. Advance, maybe you go to the toes. Just be careful that you don't slide all over the place. And you can also do this movement in the gym, using the cable machines. You can also do it against a wall here with the hands for balance. Staying in that pulse. I don't recommend doing it without anything, just in case you fall. Stay in the breath. Hey, can you pulse with me for 4, 3, 2, 1, come out, little shake out. This is that one shake out that you have, that nice little shake out to release the booty. Good news is that we are going to be working the side now. So the booty kind of gets a break here. Hand is gonna go to your hip. Oh, I'm gonna shake it out one more time. Bending your standing leg, try not to lean too much. You're gonna lift this leg here, flex the foot, and it's a slight pulse. So a lateral raise and pulse. You ready? Getting into it, that small pulse. Now what I like to do sometimes is put the palm on my belly because it kind of reinforces the point, like to keep the abs engaged here. So flex foot, stay in that pulse. This is one of those two last movements I told you that really tone the side here, which is one of the hardest areas for people to train, especially for women. So staying in that pulse, breathing, but for everyone. So you're leaning a little bit, but not completely. You're breathing as you go, staying in that nice and easy pulse, breathing through. There's a little shake out after this one, so we won't go straight into the fifth move. My gift to you guys and to myself. Stay in that pulse. Try to keep that leg up. Don't let it drop. Really stay with it. Your shakeout is coming in 5 seconds. With me in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick little shakeout. Okay, second move. You're gonna extend the leg. The toe is gonna be down. You're gonna lift and do small mini circles forward and small mini circles back. That's our last and fifth move for this side. So leaning into it. I've got my palm here, or you can place it on your hips. Extending the toe. This doesn't need to be super high. You don't want to cramp here. When you're ready, go ahead and lift that leg. And we're gonna circle forward. Now, small circles forward for the first half. Circles backward for the second half. And you don't need to be super high. And you don't want to lean too much because you're getting some ab bonus here by keeping your body up. Don't lose the ab bonus. It's painful enough. You might as well get as much as you can from this. Don't worry, the backward circles are coming. Last one forward, and go ahead and circle back. So this standing leg, the calf and everything else are burning. Completely natural. Staying in those small circles, really trying to rotate backwards. Staying in your breath. Pushing through here. We're coming into those final 10 seconds. Nearly there. Staying in it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick little shake out. Oh. Let's actually stagger the legs and take a moment to stretch here before we go into the other side. Kind of hooked in. Now you gotta do the other side, right? Extend the legs back. Good. It's gonna feel so much fresher in the beginning though. I'm gonna change my chair so that you can see me. And then moving on to my opposite leg, I take it out to the side. I'm going to extend forward onto my bar, going into that first single leg calf raise. So the right leg goes out behind me, pointed toe, and it's that heel lift and lower. Make sure you're comfortable on your chair. Second half can kind of get a little challenging form-wise. Hips down. When you're ready, slowly lift up and lower down. Slow lift up, slow lower down. It's inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Taking your time to go with that movement. Really breathing here. Slow lift, slow lower. And I'm keeping my hips facing down towards the floor the whole time here. Keep controlling the abs. Good. Really relax the shoulders. They get a little bit tense here. Really lifting the heels. See if you can get some extra height here. If you can come up a little higher. The second side is always torturous. I feel you as well. I'm there with you on this one. Okay guys, we want to do one more heel lift. Hold it there for a second. Lower the heel. We're going to be going into that hamstring curl. So make sure you feel comfortable. That knee is bent. Leg is extended. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and pulling in the heel, slowly extend it back out. Slow inhale in, slow exhale, extend. Oh, I can already feel it. I can feel those shoulders coming up. Bar is no joke. Slow extension and bend. Breathing as you go, really staying with that bend and straightening. Yeah, guys, there's these little throbbing in the legs. If that's what you feel and you've never done bar, you're doing it right. That throbbing is what you should be feeling right now in the legs. It is intense muscular spasms. Slow bend and straighten. Keep squeezing the body. Keep finding the breath to keep you going. So using the breath here to stay with it. You're almost that third move with me. You're gonna do one more, hold the heel, and let's go in, small pulse. Small pulse, and up. There's that little shakeout after this one. I'm gonna come up to my palms again. Remember, it's sometimes nice when you've been hanging forward like that. Breathing here, keeping this thigh quite far back here. Relaxing the shoulders. Letting everything breathe. As we go, keep pressing that thigh back. Oh, this standing glute is dying a lot right now. Honestly. Keep it going now. Breathe, push a little further into it. Really push yourself to stay strong through the end of this. Pulsing here. I want to know in the comments if your legs were crying at all, like mine. Okay, you're coming into those last few moments here, so this is the time to push a little bit more, to bend a little bit more here. Good, last bend, and straighten, relax, little shake out. We're going to the side. Good news is, these last two exercises, which tone and tighten here, and then we go and give the lower body a break completely for this workout. So again, extend the leg out. Hand goes to the hip or the belly. I like to have it on the belly. Flex the foot and begin the pulse, that side lateral pulse. Raise and pulse here. I can feel this part of the body working. It's intense. Staying in it, staying in that flexion of the foot. This one, it's okay to lean. The second movement, you won't lean, but this one is fine. Staying in it here. Can you hear that breath? It's not normal workouts that require that much breathing. Staying in the pulse here. Your shakeout is coming very soon. If you can stay with it, maybe raise that leg a little bit higher if your body allows you to do it. This is the highest for me today right now. Okay, your shakeout is coming in 5, in 4, 3, in 2, and 1. Quick little shakeout. Reset the body. toe points out. We're gonna circle forward 30 seconds, backwards 30 seconds, and the legs get to completely relax. Lifting the leg up, don't lean too much on this one, and go ahead and circle forward. Mini tiny circles with as much control as you can stand. Good. Slow. Trying to stay really relaxed as you bring them forward. As relaxed as you can be. Good. A few more, and then we're going to reverse our direction. Now, heavenly stretch is waiting. When you're ready, hold it, stay here, go ahead and circle backwards to finish. I know this is crying, I know it's screaming, but as long as you're not cramping, push through, stay with it. You're not alone in feeling the pain of this one. Breathing as we go. I can feel the glutes moving. We have toned every part of the lower body after this. Last 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake out the legs. Okay, at this point you can go ahead and push your chair away because we're going to be going into the arms and abs. You've made it very far. You should feel very proud. Let the legs have a break, coming on all the way down. I'm going to pull the knees in and just rock side to side, easy breath. Now for these, we're starting with abs and the arms are integrated into it. You can really modify as you need to, so don't feel like I can't make it, I need to stop. Really, you can do this because there's so many modifications, and if you need to do this like for 5 minutes, go ahead. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with a few of the best kind of crunches that you can do for toning the abs. You wanna start by extending the legs straight up. Our movement is going to be like this. If you watch it one time, it's 90 degree to tabletop. Come up into a crunch. Release, 90 degree to tabletop. Advanced people, you're welcome to take that full minute and just hold that crunch if you want. Arms behind the head are also fine. So we're going to get started with the legs very straight here. Remember, it's 1 minute, doing the best that you can with it. And go ahead, going to tabletop. Rise on up, look towards that belly button. Release down, legs go up to 90. Take your time, exhaling as you go. Inhaling as you release. Very slow crunches here. Staying with it, keep looking towards that belly button. Good. Bending, raising it up higher. Staying with it here. Remember, you can be advanced, you can stay in those crunches if your neck doesn't hurt. Keep staying in those crunches, coming up a little bit higher, a little longer every time with me. Keep rising up. And back down. We're going into those last few moments now of this one before we go into your second movement. Keep going with these crunches here though. Okay, this is the last one. Hold it, hold the crunch if you're not already. And release, pull the knees in, quick rock side to side. Now it gets a little bit harder. This is one of my favorite ones from the no crunch ab workout, which is up now if you also want to tag that on. You're going to cross your ankles left over right, arms stay by the side initially. The movement is this if you want to watch first. It's exhale, lower till you feel it. Switch your ankles, bring it back up to 90. So you switch your ankles whenever you lower. The longer you hold, the better. So we're going to get started. Left over right, lower down. Switch your ankles. Slowly take it back up. Exhale, lower down. Switch your ankles. Slowly bring it back up. You're lowering down slowly and taking your time with it and then pulling back up. Okay, slowly lower down. I almost turned too fast there and bring it back up. Now when you're doing this, you have the option to come into a full crunch if you want. And just hold that crunch. This is advanced. Hands can also go behind the head if you want. Staying in the breath. Really keep breathing. I know you're starting to hate it at this point, but it's just a little longer. Continuing to lower down, switching the heels, bring it back up. We're nearing the end of this one, so it's almost there. This is your last one. Bring it down, switch the ankles, hold it, and release. Rock side to side. Breathe. Okay, this is the third and final crunch movement. And we'll start it out fairly okay, and I'll show you progressions in the second half of it. So extend your left leg, the Sculpting crunch. Right foot hooks underneath your left knee. And the movement is to lower the legs and raise them back up. Okay, the progression, which you'll want to take maybe later, is you're going to pull the elbows into the knee, one of the only times that the elbows are okay to go forward, and then you release everything together. So that's the second half of this. If you want to do it, feel free to do it from the beginning. It is hard though. So arms by the sides to start, and go ahead lowering it down, bringing it back up, slowly lowering down, slowly taking it back up. Every time you lower, you squeeze the abs a little bit, and then you bring it back. Taking your time to lower, taking your time to lift. Try not to arch the back here. Focusing on the abs, focusing on the squeeze, focusing on the burn. Now on this next one, if you want to go advanced, bring the knees and elbows together, relax everything down. Feel free to stay with the first version. I know these are tough, guys. Bar is tough. So do what you need to do to get through this one. Breathing as you go. Easy breath, squeezing it in, slowly releasing out. Squeezing it in, slowly releasing it out. Take your time to really rise up if you're doing that crunch. Breathe. And do one more, hold it, hold it, hold it. And quick release, pull the knees in. Now we just have to do the other leg and then no more crunches. We'll finish with a little arm ab and you will be done. So left leg goes underneath the right one this time. Arms go to the sides. And when you're ready, go ahead and lower down and raise it back up. You can point or flex the foot. I do both depending on how I'm feeling. Slowly lowering and raising it up. Taking your time, feeling those muscles unwind and then pull right back up. Breathing as you go. Tesoro means treasure. A bit ironic here, yeah. And guys, if you want to add that advanced version, bring the knees and elbows together and release on the way down. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. You're completely fine to stay with the version you're doing. Don't feel any pressure to change it up. Breathing as you go. Nice. Big squeeze. And release. Big squeeze. And release. Coming up. And back down. This is that last one. Hold it here. Hold it. Wherever you are, hold the leg extended. And release. Rocking side to side. Going into your final little bit. Arms and abs. It gets a little crazy on this. We're going to be doing a side plank rise followed by a rotation. Each of those is 30 seconds, but it'll be 1 minute full. So what it looks like is hand on the hip. The hip rise is just up and down. You have the option if you want to extend the arm, maybe you extend the leg, cross or stack. There's so many variations. I'm going to stick with this one because I know what to expect. And then the second movement is you'll rotate down and up, and we'll go straight between those two very quickly. So coming onto your side, almost there. Hand goes to the hip. You're going to square off the hips, pull the belly button in. Good form is essential to get this one right here. And we're going to go ahead and lift the hips up. Slowly lower back down. It's inhale, lift. Slowly exhale, lower. Controlling that rise. Controlling that descent. Keeping the hips nice and aligned here. Easy breath. Okay, now that rotation is coming really soon here. Remember, we don't stop. It's technically a second movement. We don't stop. So on your next one, you're gonna hold. Arm goes up, rotate it through, and back up. Slow rotation through, and back up. Really take your time to lift up that arm. Breathing here. Slow rotation down. You know the elbow's starting to kill. We're nearly there though, nearly there. Pulling it through and back up. Slowly through and back up. Last one through. Last one up, hold it. And release. Go to switch sides. Last bit. You've almost finished this very tough sculpting workout. Coming to the side here. Setting it up, hand on the hip or whichever version you want to choose. Choose wisely. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and raise the hips up and down. Relax the shoulders. Let's go ahead and raise the hips up. Slowly lower back down. And ideally, your hands are relaxed. Try not to crunch up the knuckles. Want to really take your time here. Slower is better for abs. Almost always. Slow rise. Slow lower. Now we're coming into that rotation here. So on your next one, I want you to hold it. Get ready, extend the arm. Go ahead and go into your rotation as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate through. Inhale, lift. Breathing as you go. And every time a little more. Through a little more. And inhale, lift. Exhale, through. Now you're coming to these last few moments, and this is where you have to stay as strong as possible if you can. Last one through, last one hold, and release. Go ahead and push yourself into a nice child's pose to relax. Breathing and relaxing the body, and then you're gonna slowly push yourself up into a forward fold. We'll relax here for a moment. And then slowly pulling your arms up behind you. To stretch it out. Relaxing the head and neck. Arms are going to go down to the floor. And then slowly rise up to stand. Nice job, guys. I know that was a really tough one. If you made it through especially, or if you found the exercises effective, make sure you put in the comments what part of this you found the most challenging. And make sure you subscribe too so you get all of the notifications every Monday when the workouts go up. And if you haven't yet, make sure you do the bar bootcamp video because you're gonna get a lot of extra arms, much more than in this one. And together, it's like a super session. So I will see you in the next workout, guys. Ciao.